Good day, my name is Bluesuit and today we'll be talking about my review of the early access crafting exploration spaghetti conveyor belt factory simulator known as Satisfactory. In Satisfactory, you play as a lone engineer who wakes up on a strange alien world with a compelling desire to wipe out all indigenous life and destroy the once balanced ecosystem. As with most games in the genre, you start off with nothing and are forced to use your surroundings to craft the means to thrive. There are, however, two main differences that set Satisfactory apart from the usual crafting game formula. The first is that there are no survival mechanics whatsoever here. No thirst, no hunger, no weariness. You will need to eat food to recover health and fight off the occasional rabid alien monster, but this doesn't have any of the survival elements that become staples of the crafting genre. It's great that these have been left out because, for one, stripping those mechanics away allows the player to just focus on the crafting. And two, there are already so many other things that you're going to need to manage in Satisfactory that you aren't going to really miss those ever-depleting thirst meters. Putting so much more of the gameplay focus on crafting means that there had better be a pretty great crafting system in place, and Satisfactory absolutely does. Which brings me to part 2 of what Satisfactory does different. Since the release of Minecraft and the dawn of the modern crafting game, players have been using all sorts of tricks and exploits to have their production automated, so they can just sit back, relax, and let their creations work for them. Satisfactory takes that idea and expands it at every possible turn, to the point where it's really a first-person city builder. You don't need to mine iron ore, just build a machine to mine it for you. You don't need to carry it to a crafting station, just set up some conveyor belts to a machine that smelts it, then to a machine that turns it into plates. Then you'll need a similar setup for copper and limestone. Then you'll need some way to power it all. And now that you have all these machines and know how they all work, you might as well just tear it all down and build it all back up so it's organized. It's this sort of if you give a mouse a cookie mentality that makes Satisfactory one of the most addictive games that I've played all year, and it's still in early access. I was just about to go to bed when I unlocked coal power. I didn't even stand a chance. Without blinking, I spent the next several hours sourcing coal, building conveyor belts, and pumping water into my generators for steam. And the best part is that even though I'm bringing in an enormous amount of resources and crafting hundreds of each item every hour, it's still not enough. And you're always tempted to continue expanding and growing for the sake of efficiency. When the game starts, you're tasked with building your hub, the heart and respawn point of your factory. You then spend the next several hours in a non-linear tutorial to build up your hub into what is called Tier 0. Each tier thereafter requires you to build a space elevator, which is exactly what it sounds like, and send rare resources up to unlock the next pair of tiers. It's a simple and clear progression, but gets multiplicatively more difficult as you press on. Unlocking the next tier always takes hours longer than the previous. And right now there are 7 tiers in the game, so plenty of content even in the game's current state. The best thing about the tiered system is that each one will give you so many new things to craft, and your factory will grow and grow as you figure out how to work them in with the existing infrastructure. Fortunately, the map is gigantic. At just over 30 square kilometers and a handful of different biomes, there's plenty of space in Satisfactory to explore, spread out, or even have multiple factories running at once. As with all early access titles though, there are a couple aspects of Satisfactory that are still under development and take away from the game's value. The first is multiplayer. Satisfactory is a very stable game with only a handful of visual bugs, but whenever you bring a friend along with you, the visual bugs kinda take over. It's nothing game-breaking, in fact most of them are pretty hilarious, but it will get old quickly if multiplayer is your preferred way to play. Additionally, there are no dedicated servers as of yet, so you can only invite players to your world and vice versa. The second issue is that there haven't been any story elements released in the game at all. You can build these amazing, massive, efficient factories, but you don't ever have any idea of why you're doing it, how you got here, or why there are corporate crash sites all around the map. That being said, the crafting more than makes up for its lack of story, but I'm very curious to see these lore questions answered as the game develops. Right now, you can pick up Satisfactory on Steam and Epic Game Store for $30. And generally, early access games are never going to be worth full price, but this is the rare exception. I would highly recommend this game to anyone who enjoys first-person crafting games, as you'll definitely feel the addiction setting in within the first few hours, and it won't let go until you've built everything the game has to offer. With its stable gameplay, huge open world map, and deep, unique crafting system, I'm valuing Satisfactory at $37. And I can't wait for more content from developer Coffee Stain Studios. I hope you enjoyed this review of Satisfactory. Come see me on Twitch where you can watch our reviews in progress 5 nights a week. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments what you thought about it. Until next time, peace!